Samsung's foldable range has been notorious for its incremental enhancements, which don't amount to much from generation to generation. However, if you wait 2 or 3 years for advancements to accrue, a new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold gadget becomes substantially more enticing. So how does the upcoming Samsung Z Fold 7 play into this pattern? With the Z Fold 7, Samsung is anticipated to bring a few concrete changes that will make it an enticing foldable compared to earlier generations. Current reports and leaks imply that this iteration will have bigger displays, a processor update, and a new camera. That might make it an appealing upgrade for Galaxy Z Fold 5 users. Let's lay out how these two models could compare in this early look. Samsung normally organizes 2 Galaxy Unpacked events each year, one immediately after the new year and another in summertime. The latter is where we anticipate to see the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 launched, most likely in July 2025. Per recent reports, the Z Fold 7 may debut with a price bump compared to its predecessor, which retailed for $1,899. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, a strong yet pricey CPU, might be the explanation for the anticipated price rise. This would be a price bump above the hiked costs revealed last year with the Z Fold 6. The previous model, the Galaxy Z Fold 5, cost $1,799 in 2023. The Z Fold 5 was available in 256 gigs, 512 gigs, and 1 terabyte storage capacities, which are the same we anticipate to see on the Z Fold 7. According to reports, both the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Galaxy Z Fold 7 are believed to feature a similar look, sporting a triple camera system on the back. However, that's where the parallels stop. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 may follow the new boxy and rectangular shape presented with the Z Fold 6. It may also include a new hinge that folds fully flat. Unlike the Z Fold 5, will have a tiny gap between the two screens when folded. The Z Fold 5 also bears the thinner cover display, measuring 6.2 inches with a 1:9 aspect ratio. Meanwhile, the Z Fold 7 is said to boast a bigger 6.5-inch OLED display. We may certainly anticipate the Galaxy Z Fold 7's cover screen to mirror the features of prior Galaxy foldables, such as dynamic AMOLED 2X and variable refresh rates between 1 and 120 Hz. The exterior display of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is believed to be bigger too. Current speculations suggest Samsung will introduce an 8.2-inch foldable OLED this year, and it's conceivable this panel will have no apparent seam. The business demonstrated a creaseless foldable display at NWC Barcelona 2025, but it has not been confirmed to feature on the Z Fold 7. By contrast, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 only has a 7.6-inch folding screen. According to an Android headline story, the picture below displays a CAD representation of the Z Fold 7 design. The foldable is slated to measure 158.4 by 143.1 at 4.5 mm when unfurled and weigh only 136 grams. These rumored specifications imply that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 may be substantially smaller and lighter than the Galaxy Z Fold 5, which measures 132.6 by 153.5 by 5.6 mm when unfurled and weighs 253 grams. For the first time, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 is reported to be one of the first Samsung phones to come with a fresh version of Android. It's reported to arrive alongside One UI 8, which will be based on Android 16. This is made feasible thanks to Google's revised rollout timetable for Android, which sees new version upgrades delivered in the second quarter of each year. The phone will apparently be powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite CPU, which delivers overall enhancements and enhanced AI processing. It's a substantial jump over the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, which powers the Z Fold 5. Unfortunately, current speculations suggest that both the Z Fold 7 and Z Fold 5 will have the same battery capacity and charging rates. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 has a 4,400 mAh capacity and can charge at up to 25 watt wired, and the Z Fold 7 isn't anticipated to improve on those stats. Samsung has been famously complacent with its foldable cameras, but that's finally beginning to change this year. The business is likely to switch the primary camera on the Z Fold 7 in favor of a new 200 megapixel sensor. Rumors say that the 200 megapixels main camera of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition, only marketed in China and Korea, will be added to the Galaxy Z Fold 7 internationally. It replaces the outdated 50 megapixels main camera sensor seen on the Z Fold 6 and the Z Fold 5. Otherwise, the Galaxy Z Fold 7's camera hardware is expected to be the same as the Galaxy Z Fold 5's lenses. That implies both handsets would feature a 12 megapixels ultra-wide and a 10 megapixels telephoto lens with up to 3x optical zoom. We haven't heard anything about Samsung changing up the front-facing cameras, so these will likely remain the same 10 megapixels cover camera and 4 megapixels under-display camera we're acquainted with on the Z Fold 5. For current Z Fold 5 users, the next Z Fold 7 is likely to bring along considerable upgrades that could be worth an upgrade. It may be substantially smaller and more robust, with superior foldable display technology, a better hinge, and dust resistance. The anticipated processor boost, Galaxy AI capabilities, and speculated 200 megapixels main camera complete out the better experience. However, it's a huge ask to spend possibly more than $1,899 on a new phone only 2 years after paying $1,799 in a Z Fold 5. That's even difficult when you consider that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Galaxy Z Fold 7 are slated to feature the same charging rates and battery capacity. As such, it's far from a slam-dunk improvement at the present, although lots may change ahead of Samsung's formal announcement this summer. Now let's see how the Z Fold 7 will take on the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and how will this top Android foldables compare? It's hard to imagine, but we're likely only months away from Samsung introducing a new foldable, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. As the predicted launch date grows closer, additional speculations and leaks will continue to stream in, providing us a clearer idea of what the next foldable may provide. Aside from the Galaxy Z Fold 7's estimated price point and features, customers are likely to want to know how the phone will measure up against big rivals like the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. That's why we're here to give an early speculative look at how these two phones compare based on current Galaxy Z Fold 7 rumors and leaks. Let's plunge in. Right now, the thing everyone wants to know about the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is when the foldable will be available. If we take the Galaxy Z Fold 6 release timetable as a measure, it's probable that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will be introduced somewhere around July 2025. Unless anything changes, we can anticipate that Samsung will very probably have a Galaxy Unpacked event around that time, where the Galaxy Z Fold 7, the Z Flip 7, and potentially additional devices will be introduced. As for pricing, it looks that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 might bring along a price bump compared to the $1,899 Z Fold 6. This may be linked to the expected new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor inside, which has a greater cost for manufacturers. Meanwhile, the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold was introduced in fall 2024 with a starting price of $1,799. You can acquire it in either 256 gigs or 512 gig storage variants, and in porcelain or obsidian hues. We'll undoubtedly see more Pixel 9 Pro Fold offers and discounts as the phone grows older. For starters, the Z Fold 7 is likely to include two new OLED displays that are larger than those on the previous generation. The primary, foldable screen is reported to be an 8.2-inch OLED panel this year, potentially of the creaseless kind Samsung showed off at MWC 2025. On the exterior, there is believed to feature a 6.5-inch OLED cover screen. It may also be the thinnest Samsung foldable ever, according to the latest leaks and reports. The Z Fold 7 is said to measure 158.4 by 143.1 by 4.5 mm when unfurled, making it slimmer than even the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, which measures 150.2 by 155.2 by 5.1 mm. It might potentially be a few grams lighter this year, with current projections placing the Z Fold 7 at 236 grams. That's much lighter than the 257 gram of the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. The Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold boasts an 8-inch primary screen by comparison. It's an OLED LTPO panel enabling variable refresh rates between 1 and 120 Hz. The display is brilliant, offering up to 2700 nits peak brightness. On the exterior, you get a similar 6.3-inch OLED cover panel, but this time with changeable refresh rates ranging from 60 to 120 Hz. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold offers a streamlined design with flat side rails and curved edges. However, the Z Fold 7 is projected to keep its boxy, rectangular form. On the inside, the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is driven by the Tensor G4 processor and 16 gigs of RAM. That's likely to be more RAM than the Z Fold 7 will provide, since it is reported to stay with 12 gigs. However, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is expected to employ the Snapdragon 8 Elite CPU, potentially even a 4 Galaxy edition. That should mean that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 readily surpasses the Pixel 9 Pro Fold in gaming and overall performance. For the first time in a while, Samsung is likely to improve the primary camera sensor on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. In all probability, it'll be the same 200 megapixels primary sensor featured in the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition released in China and Korea. It'll presumably be accompanied by the same 12 megapixels ultra-wide and 10 megapixels telephoto lens as the current Z Fold 6. The latter will allow 3x optical zoom. How does it weigh up against the Pixel 9 Pro Fold's cameras? Google's foldable gadget includes a 48 megapixels main camera, combined with a 10.5 megapixels ultra-wide lens and a 10.8 megapixels telephoto lens. That telephoto lens notably delivers 5x optical zoom, which is more than the Z Fold 7 is slated to offer. While the 48 megapixels main camera may seem inferior to the 200 megapixels camera on the Z Fold 7, sensor size and other characteristics will help establish whether one is indeed the best. Currently, it looks that Samsung is prepared to expand on the Z Fold 6 in numerous critical ways. The next Z Fold 7 is reported to contain a Snapdragon 8 Elite engine, larger main and cover displays, and a new primary camera sensor. That might make it more prepared to defeat the Pixel 9 Pro Fold than its predecessor. We'll have to wait for the phone to formally debut to know for sure. So tell us what you think about this comparison in the comments section. Then I will see you in the next one. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.